Welcome to Feral Manor. I'm Leonie and welcome to the last video of 2025. This time I'm focused on getting a whole lot of seeds planted as vegetables. I'm also planting out a whole lot of seeds from my native plants, some of which are freshly gathered, some of which are a bit long in the tooth, so it's really going to be hit and miss. But now is the time to be getting seeds in for the plants that I want to be producing for us by the end of summer. So, seeds, a garden bed finally completed, and lots of other tasks around the garden. Come on, don't just sit there. I spoke in our last video about the two halves of summer, and we are now moving into what I consider after Christmas the second half of summer. So I'm going pretty wild, doing a huge amount of seed planting. So I'm sowing lots of Borlotti beans, and I'm also re-sowing my snake beans, because I remember that earlier this year in January I planted out a whole lot of snake beans and they just took off. So I'm going to give that a try. I've noticed that the Borlotti beans out the front have just taken off. They are doing really well. They've already got pods on them. So I want to get more into the ground. So I want those for something that will be keeping, not only to grow crops next year, but to actually be able to use in our winter soups and stews, things like that. So I think the answer is, if it's growing well and it's still within the growing period, plant some more of the same. You've got nothing to lose and a lot to gain. I was going through some of our seeds, as you do, and discovered these blue devil seeds. They are a local thistle. You can see why I want to have these plants in the garden. They are stunning. They're spiky, and I think they're one of the toughest and most attractive native plants that comes from this area. I've got a very convenient cherry fruit container, which, as it's cherry time of the year and we live near a cherry growing area. So all I'm doing is putting the mix in, then I'm going to spread the seeds and water them all in. And I've got the perfect little built-in greenhouse top to go over them once they're planted. So I have no idea if this is going to work, because the seeds are so old. It really is going to be a suck it and see activity. So spiky. I can actually see there's lots of seeds in there. Those are the teeny tiny seeds. So how viable they're going to be after 4 years, I'm not sure, but we'll give it a go. Finally, I have got my plants ready to go into this bed. I have been waiting for this for weeks. Soil is friable, but I just need to make sure that there's water in the bed. Steve's just helping out renovating our bird bath area, which unfortunately, being timber and having been there for well over 20 years, is basically giving up the ghost. He's going to try and do some repairs. Like building Warragamba Dam. Good one.
Looks good.
My beautiful new mulberry tree is suffering from a magnesium deficiency, and the reason I know that is that it's these yellow patches with the dark green in between. It's very easy to get this confused with an iron deficiency, but it's happening on the older leaves, not the new leaves. So I'm going to make a mix of just a half a teaspoon of Epsom salts to a half a litre of water, and then I'm going to come and give it a spray over the leaves so that the leaves absorb it very quickly. I'll do the whole tree, even the new leaves that are coming on, to just make sure that that is addressed, and I'll just need to keep that up, I think. Not sure how long, probably keep it going for a couple of months just to make sure that everything, that the deficiency is addressed. Yes, lovely. I just want to thank everyone for joining us here at Feral Manor this year. It's been a really busy year. It always is in the garden, and I'm looking forward to catching up with all of you next year. So, see you in 2026.
Bye.
Cheers.
Yeah.